Welcome back to Tech It Out and to the second part of our Sabinetek smartmikeplus review. In the first part, of course, we unboxed and had a look at what came with the microphone itself, including the earpiece, which is here for monitoring, the dead cat, which you don't get with other microphones. I've never had one with a microphone, the actual microphone itself, instruction manuals, and an additional microphone which is on a rocking base, not quite a swivel base, but a rocking base, which you can also plug into the top of the unit and then position, for instance, if you're standing it on a table like that. But we're going to put that to the side at the moment because we're not going to be using that, as well as the actual dead cat. We'll put that to the side and we're going to have a look first of all at pairing this up with the phone, and then we're going to see the features of it and have a look at how it actually works and compares to other microphones, including the one I'm using now, which is quite an expensive microphone, about a similar price to this one actually, but it's a full radio mic, whereas this is a Bluetooth mic. And I have to say it again, the quality feel of this is absolutely fantastic. It really feels like a high quality microphone. Anyway, let's get on with this and pair this up with my mobile phone. I'm in my connection settings. I just click on pair new device, press and hold the red button on the side for 3 to 4 seconds. You'll see the light starting to flash. It comes up on the phone. Press the device name, a few seconds for it to find it. Allow access to contents and history. You need to allow access for the phone and the microphone to fully integrate for recording purposes. So don't be afraid of allowing that to do that. You need to actually allow connection to the phone so that it can record and save data. Okay, so it's now all paired up. The next thing is to have a look at its features and benefits, one of which is going to be of great help to me, I think, because you may notice in many of my videos, sometimes my chest is a little tight and I breathe heavily. This has one feature which will hopefully get rid of that and basically cut out the background sound so that only the voice comes through. So let's have a look at all the features of this. Okay then, here are some of the specification of facts about this Sabinetek smartmikeplus. First of all, it's only 58 or just over 58 millimeters long, 14 millimeters wide, 17 millimeters deep. Very compact unit. It weighs 15 grams, so it's quite a substantial unit. It's quite a weight on it for such a small unit, and that is because it has a 110 milliamp hour battery in it with a lifespan of 5 to 6 hours. So plenty of time there for actually recording. You want to run out of mic power halfway through your recording, and of course you can always plug it in to any power bank and actually record even longer with that by using the supplied USB lead, so keep that handy as well. Okay then, some of the features. Well, of course it's Bluetooth, and as you just saw, it's really easy to set up. One button press, agree to the terms, and away you go, it's all ready to go. And I'll show you the actual software that comes with it as well, the app, a little later on now. Next then, after the Bluetooth, well, you got audio and video recording simultaneously. So in the app you can actually record from your phone directly from the microphone. So you can have the phone, I don't know, on your bicycle handlebars, on your motorbike. You can have it on a stand somewhere. You can have somebody walking about with it, and you can be given a commentary or talking over the microphone at a distance from it. So audio and video recording simultaneously. So if you're vlogging, perfect, brilliant for that. Real-time monitoring with the earpiece. Of course, you can listen to what the quality of the sound is, and you can listen for the background sounds as well. This does have, I'll come on to it in a moment, noise reduction. So let's get into that then. It's 4 noise reduction levels. You can block winds and other background noises, make your voice more clear to the audience, and it's useful when you record outside. So if you've got various noises going on outside, Wind noise is the most common. My heavy breathing is another that I mentioned a little while ago. It helps to reduce that, so it only picks up the voice. So it's a little bit like AI, really. You may have seen NVIDIA doing this with their graphics cards. They've got an AI that blocks out all the background sound so that you only hear the voice. Very similar. And there's 4 levels, from let everything through to block everything, basically. Real-time monitoring, as I said. Noise reduction then. Speech recognition. You can subtitle outputs in real time. After recording, you can add subtitles. When you click on the CC, you can also edit the subtitles if they haven't been translated correctly, and manually input subtitles as well. Really good, because especially now with YouTube, they are moving towards having subtitles on lots of videos now, and on most videos, because they want to engage more people who can't hear for whatever reason, have poor hearing. They want to have the subtitles there, and of course translation as well. One button then to start and end recording on the microphone. So during the recording, you can click the red button on the side of the microphone there, as you can see, and that will start and end the recording. Let's see if we can put that back there. A teleprompter. You can use a teleprompter with it. So you can actually use a teleprompter app with the recording, so you can actually, well, I never do this, but you can have a script and you can read the script off. There's a preview mode. You can turn it on, you can hear the sound effects even without starting the recordings, and you can monitor what's going on as you're recording. In the app you have an AI pod, and with that you can use it with the product, and you can actually use face tracking and gimbals and so forth, and hearing enhancement. It's a trial thing for people who have hearing impairments. Ordinary users can just leave it off, of course. It comes with a clip included and attached. So what else have we got then? There's just so much. And also, if you buy the dual set, you can actually have the units hook up together. You can have 2 of them hooked to the phone at the same time. So you can have 2 feeds coming in at the same time. So you could be interviewing somebody, for instance. Or you could have a master-slave setup whereby one transmits to the other. Now this is useful if you're not using the app on the phone, and it's something I will be coming to later. But you can have one setup, for instance, on your DSLR, or on your phone at a distance, or somebody else's phone, or you could have it set up also on an action camera, which is what I'm really interested in, and I think it's a game changer, this, because there's one particular action camera that I have that I'd love to have it wireless, and I'll come to that. I think I'll come to that in another video. The thing about this is, though, that then allows you to use many more apps. So any app that you use on the phone that requires an input, I don't know, you may be using the built-in camera setup of the phone, you may be using Facebook Live. This will then be able to transmit to that, and you can actually have a wireless feed to the phone, or the like I said, you could be using a camcorder, which has a live connection. You could be using a DSLR camera. Some of those have live connections now. This is really impressive, and it's something I really like. I haven't seen this on high-end microphones before. I've seen cheap and nasty ones, and they are really cheap and nasty, that don't work very well at all. But this is really high quality, and for a high quality radio mic, or Bluetooth mic, wireless mic shall we say then, this is what I would say is the game changer about this microphone. Okay then, let's get into the app and have a look at the app itself. So we click on smartmikeplus, starts up, no device connected, new version of firmware is found, update now. So one thing you have to do when you're updating the firmware is to keep the phone and the microphone close to each other, because you are sending the data, of course, the new firmware over to the microphone itself. You don't want that to be interrupted. It's exactly the same as if you were updating your phone firmware or upgrading your PC operating system or whatever. You don't want to interrupt the process. Okay, then let's tell you a little bit about the app, and there is a lot to tell you about this app. It's got so many features. First of all, then you've got the camera selection with a selection of back camera, wide-angled camera, telephoto camera, and selfie camera. Now this is the actual camera software app for the microphone itself, so you can use this and this together as a complete vlogging setup. So if we go back, now we can go across here as well, and we have my clips, and all your clips appear here. So once you've recorded something, you can start, stop, as I said, with the button on the side there. You can start the recording and stop it, so you don't have to have the phone in your hand to start and stop recording. You do it all from the microphone. Also, if you press the little cloud there, it'll give you a HTTP address, and as long as the phone and the computer you're using is on the same network, you can input that address and you can actually get to the clips from your PC directly. You don't have to plug the phone into the PC. You can get it over the Wi-Fi and download the clips to your PC. Excellent. Okay, so what we got on the bottom here? Well, we've got, of course, the recording. So if you want to do a video recording, you press the red button to start and stop. But you've also got a voice recorder. So let's put that up there a moment. It's the little box that you use for focusing and things like that. Yes, as I was saying, getting distracted here. You've got a voice recorder as well. So you don't need to have a separate voice recorder with you. You can just use this as a voice recorder. Open the app, press the voice recorder and start recording. So you can use it as a video recorder or a voice recorder. Very, very useful. On the first part here then, you have this one here, which allows for a teleprompter, and that will come up as well, so you can allow that to run. So just cancel that away. Second one, you've got parameter settings. So phone microphone is off, this microphone is on, and then if you have a second microphone, it says there you can switch the second microphone on as well. And then you've got auto and pro mode. Now I'm not going into all of this because there is so much here, but you get the usual selection there, but then you get gain control, which is automatic at the moment. You can switch that to manual. The monitor volume, so that's the headphones headset. Then you've got mic mono and stereo, well that's automatic at the moment. Noise reduction, you've got your 4 levels from virtually nothing all the way up to almost completely blanking out anything but your voice. And you can have a music input as well, so you can have that actually mixed in, or I think by the looks of it you can have a duck as well. If you know what a duck is, it lowers the volume of the music while you're talking. I'm not 100% sure of that, but it looks like it does have that as well. So that's the second one. The third one is filters, and of course you can put all sorts of filters on, sepia and so on, and smooth, whatever, smooth, oh sorry, smooth. I see, it's because my phone is not quite wide enough. It's then put the H on the next line. So you can have smoothing for beauty shots. So if you've got a wrinkly face, then you can edit out the wrinkles by editing this little slider across so that it smooths out your contours of your face, as it were. And then finally, the last one, you have this, which is the camera settings. You have the back camera, which is a 4K on this one, of course, 60 FPS this one, 1080p, 720, 540, bitrate, high, medium or economy. You want to keep that really on high or medium, depending on how good a video quality you want. Most people will keep that on high. Frame rate, well, it's on 1080p at the moment, so it's on 30 FPS. It can go higher. And I think if we click on, no, maybe not. I thought there was a little drop down there, but there's not. So you got 30 or 25. It's on 30 at the moment. Grids is off. Image scale 16:9 or 4:3 or 1:1. Anti-shake is off at the moment. So if you're walking along, switch the anti-shake on. Device management, carry on as well there. So much here. Hearing enhancement, the AI pod, everything. Let's go back into that again, and we've got frequently asked questions, a FAQ. Go back into that if you want to have a little browse around that, and then the about section at the bottom. So all in all, quite a comprehensive app for vlogging, and that comes free with the phone. As you saw in the first video, I downloaded it onto the phone, and it just works. You just connect it up straight away, no having to search for the microphone or anything. It was there and done. The next part then is to test out the quality of a microphone. So I think we may need to go outside and do some tests in the wind. And also, I don't know if you noticed, but in the last part where we were looking at the specifications, you will have heard some background noise here in the studio. I deliberately left my computer on, and it has got a bit of a wonky fan at the moment, so it makes a bit of noise. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test this in the studio with the computer on against the microphone I'm using now and a few other microphones I've got here. So stay tuned for that, and that will show you the game-changing aspect of this microphone. For now, thank you for watching.